Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And thank you so much for being with us today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ollie Belcher, the founder and chief executive of Shivia. And I'm absolutely delighted that we have so many of you joining us for our virtual field trip to India. The wonder of technology means we can take so many more of you to meet our farmers in the states of West Bengal and Odisha virtually than we could have physically, and in an environmentally friendly way without the hassle of getting visas, suffering from jet lag, or finding a week in your diaries to go. The field trip today will of course be subject to internet connection actually working in the villages, but let's hope, I've got my fingers crossed. So it now gives me great pleasure to introduce you to some of our wonderful team in India. Many of you know Joe, our lead consultant in India. Today, Joe is in the office in Kolkata. Hi, Joe.
Hello, Ollie. Hello, everyone.
And Chandrani, who's our head of livelihood programs in Bengal with Nurdan, which is the NGO we co-founded in 2011 to deliver our operations in West Bengal.
This meeting is being recorded.
Chandrani is in the field at our Sundia location in West Bengal. Hi, Chandrani. Hi.
Hello, Ollie. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the virtual field trip today. I hope you'll enjoy the entire journey. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Chandrani. And in September, we added Shruti Das to the Shivia team to help us to manage our programs through our partners in the neighboring state of Odisha. And today, Shruti is in the field in Odisha with our NGO partner, Nurman. Namaskar, Shruti.
Hi, everyone. Good morning to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti. I'd also like to introduce you to some of our field supervisors in West Bengal and Odisha. We currently work in 5 locations in West Bengal and 3 locations in Odisha. Each location is headed up by one field supervisor. So in West Bengal, we have Nushringa, Hato, Shantu, Tapash, and Saeed. Namaste, everyone.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining. And in Odisha, where we are replicating our poultry and our agri-management services, we have Raj Kumar, Krishna, and Purna. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Namaskar, Ollie Madam. Namaskar.
Namaskar, Krishna and Purna.
Namaskar, Ollie Madam.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Well done for getting on. And each field supervisor is in charge of a team of up to 10 livelihood service providers who are out in the villages 6 days a week delivering our services. And today we have some of them joining us. So namaskar, namaste to the field the LSPs.
Namaskar, madam. Namaskar, madam.
Thank you. We also have the 3 founders of the NGOs we have partnered with in Odisha to replicate our poultry and agri-management services programs. The NGO partners are Views, Nurman, and DSS. So today we have Bhima from Views. Hello, Bhima.
Hi everybody, Namaste. I'm Bhimara from Views.
Thank you, Bhima. We have Prashant from Nurman. Hello, Prashant.
Namaste. Hello to everyone. And this is Prashant from Nirman.
Thank you, Prashant. And we have Kedar from DSS. Hello, Kedar.
Hi everybody. I am Kedar from DSS, Darbar Sahitya Sansad. And I am excited to be part of this process. And everybody, and good afternoon from this side. Yeah.
Thank you, Kedar. And finally, we have our small Shivia Livelihoods Foundation team in Mumbai. And today I would like to introduce you to Kashid, the chairman of Shivia Livelihoods Foundation, who is in Mumbai. Kashid, hi.
Hello. I'm very excited to be with you all today. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. To get us all thinking about India, before we go on our journey, we're going to participate in a poll. Now, thankfully, despite COVID, poverty levels in India have continued to decline year on year. However, a staggering number of people still live on less than $2 a day. So I'm going to launch a poll for you to participate in. And the question is, how many people in India live on less than $2 a day? And just think about $2 a day. The results are still coming in. I think we're done. So I'm going to share the results with you. So 39% said 200 million, 27% 134, 30% 94, and 5% 10 million. Well, thankfully, for those of you who said 200 million, it has come down a bit from that. And the result is there are still 134 million Indians living on less than $2 a day, which, if you think about it, is double the number of people in the UK alone. And I think that's really quite a sobering thought. And it's why organizations such as Shivia exist. So how do we help these incredibly poor people? Well, our flagship program is Poultry Development Services, which we call PDS for short. So if you hear us saying PDS, it's Poultry Development Services. And as a quick introduction or recap to those of you who know PDS, we mainly target very poor women, and we train them in how to start and run a poultry enterprise from home. We provide them with a poultry toolkit comprising 10 one-day-old chicks, feed, vaccinations, and medication. And the women contribute a little bit towards the cost of the toolkits so that they really value what they've been given and they turn up for the training. Just to give you an idea, each toolkit for the parts and the training costs about £15, and the farmers contribute roughly £5 towards that. After roughly 2 years, when the women have had the confidence and the knowledge from the training to run the enterprise, we put them into groups so that they can go and get the toolkit parts on their own at wholesale prices and have a sustainable enterprise that they can run without the need for our intervention. And that independence is really a huge part of our mission for these women. Now, the impact of PDS is really staggering. And one of the most amazing things we witnessed during COVID is that the women used their money to pay for the mobile data so that their children could access online learning. Without this, they simply would have dropped out of school, probably never to have returned. And during COVID, many men lost their jobs in the cities. And it was the women who kept the households going through their poultry enterprise. And we've heard thousands of stories backing this up. So let's think about the numbers. I'm going to do one more poll, which is, I'm going to launch it for you, which is since we started poultry in 2011, can you see this? How many PDS toolkits, sorry, not toolkits, how many chicks have we distributed? 100,000, 500,000, 750,000, 1 million, or 1.2 million? Okay, thank you. So I'm glad you all have so much confidence in us. I think that's 68% of you think over a million, and you are correct. We have actually distributed 1.2 million chicks since we started Poultry Development Services in 2011. So before we take you to Chandrani, who you've seen is in the field, we're going to show you a little video from West Bengal, which Victoria shot in July when we were out in India for the first time since COVID. So it's been 2.5 years since we've been there. And we met some incredible women when we were there who we'd love you to see. Some of them are at the beginning of their journey with Poultry Development Services at our newest location, Chutla. And others have become independent poultry farmers. And they're the ones at our first location, Familiar, which we've actually phased out this year because we've really serviced the very poorest in that area. But we have over 16,000 stories of incredible women on our PDS program. And here is just a little glimpse. Victoria.
Bankura in Chatna, and we are just moving into the villages to meet the women in the households.
which they've grown
So
to feed the
he.
chickens. Really good. So he's done a really great job. Well done. Okay, chalo.
Such a good job. Well done. Thank you.
Nice to see you again. See you again soon.
So we've just been to Chatna location, which is our 6th location, and I'm really delighted we've decided to open this location because the families there, the tribal families, they're extremely poor, and they can really benefit from the poultry development services work. The women were very shy compared with it, familiar, but we'll see over the years their confidence developing, and I'm looking forward to returning and seeing their progress. So I'm delighted we've come today, and really thrilled we're actually working here.
All of these years, that's the first time I've seen you holding one. What's his name?
Wow, look at these. They must be 2 kg.
How's it going, Ollie?
Yeah, it's good. I'm feeling a bit moved actually by meeting Sonali and her family and seeing the change in 4 or 5 years and how her life has turned around. So I'm feeling a bit choked right now. But we're about to meet another independent farmer, which is our ultimate outcome over here.
He says that everybody knows him now. So that is why whenever there is a function or event, they know that they have to go to this house and they will get the chicken.
So he did it for 3 years and now famous.
Yeah.
Famous chickens.
अच्छा नीचे तो एखाने तो सब सॉल्व
Everyone's very quiet. Reflecting on success, not independent farmers.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toria. So as you heard in the film, one of our ultimate goals is to make sure our farmers can operate without us by becoming independent poultry farmers, procuring the toolkit parts on their own so they can build up a chicken business. We started the independent stage of our program in 2018 when we tried to get the individual farmers on that journey. So we're going to do a poll now about how many farmers do you think are now independent poultry farmers? So I launch it and you can participate. Here we go. So bearing in mind, we started this in 2018 and we have had COVID in the meantime, how many farmers do you think are now operating entirely independently of Shivia? Thank you. So I'm going to share the result with you. We do now have 1,500 farmers operating and running poultry enterprise, which is the absolute prime source of income in their households. This is something we're really proud of, and it is actually our ultimate goal, as I said. And of course, many other thousands of farmers have started up other enterprises which aren't poultry ones, such as shops, tailoring businesses, or supporting their husbands in their businesses. And as you've just seen in that video, I was very moved when we met Shonali, because she really has turned her life around. You know, when we first met her, her husband had lost his job, and then again as a security guard during COVID, and the family had absolutely no income. She started as a poultry farmer and on the individual model, and now has become the sole owner of her business. And she's enabled her son to continue his education, and he now has a good job in Bangalore, sending money home. So she is extremely proud of him, and also she's proud of herself, and we're very proud of farmers like Shonali. So Chandrani, I'm now going to hand over to you in the villages at our Sundya location, who's with our poultry farmer Bashanti, her family, and our livelihood service provider, who is called Rafi. Chandrani?
Yes, Ollie. Thank you so much. Thank you. So today I'm going to introduce you to a family of 4, a lovely family, a very proud family of 4 who have become independent through a poultry model in the last 2.5 years. So this is Bashanti Sardar. Namaskar. Yeah, so Bashanti Sardar, her grandson Param, her daughter-in-law Minu Sardar, and her son Ashok Sardar. Namaskar. Namaskar. So this lovely family, I'd like to tell you a little bit about this family. Bashanti had lost her husband around 4 to 5 years back to cancer, and they were almost starving to death because of the debt that was in the family at that moment. Her son is physically challenged, and so he cannot go out to work. He has this cart. He used to buy vegetables from the neighboring farmers and carry few of them to the local market in this cart and sell them and feed the family. So they barely manage to have 2 meals a day. It was at that time that they were introduced to our LSP, Rafiq, by a very kind neighbor. And Rafiq introduced the poultry program, Shivia's poultry program, to this family. Bashanti took a lot of interest in that and started the program with 10 chickens. Now, in 2 years, before 2 years, in 2 years' time, they joined our group model and then started working towards being independent. I'll tell you the wonderful impact that they have had through the poultry program. So the first thing they did was, Bashanti did, was to invest all her profits to make this wonderful chicken house. This space is 3 times more than the 1 room that the 4 live in, all together. She invested all the profits to build this chicken house. And I'll take you to their 1 room, which is where they live together, all the 4 of them. As you can see, it's much smaller than the chicken house. And then they put Param. Param is 6 years old. So some 2 years back, he was very happy to join the school. And now his grandmother his father and his mother have enough money to buy him extra books and a set of extra uniform in the monsoons, a pair of shoes. So he's in the school, he's continuing to study in the primary section. Bashanti has bought a bed for her grandchild and herself. So this is the first time she is very proud to be sleeping on the bed, and rest of them sleep on the floor. They have a gas connection from the government now, but most of the farmers in the villages do not have any money to buy a refill cylinder. Now this family can buy a refill cylinder and practice more better ways of cooking without having lung problem and breathing problems. Bashanti has a regular cough. She used to have cough and cold problems, which is gone now. And the most important thing that they managed to do is they have cleared and paid off a lot of debt in the family, which happened because of her husband's treatment. And now they are living in the village with lots of dignity and honor in the village community, which they are extremely proud of. We are extremely proud of this family, and they have worked very, very hard to lift themselves out of extreme poverty through the poultry program. Now they are completely independent of Shivia's support, of Nirdhan's support, and they are able to do more than 100 chickens in this chicken house, in this chicken coop, and earn enough money to live well only through this enterprise. Now, they have a very regular and stable income, and Bashanti thanks Shivia and Nirdhan for saving her family. Poultry is her life-saving enterprise.
Thank you.
Apni khushi. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for holding our hands and making us fulfill the dreams of this family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chandrani and Bashanti. Dhanyavad. Rafiq, who's our LSP. Is Rafiq there, Chandrani?
Yes, Rafiq.
Yes, Rafiq. Well done.
Rafiq, we are very proud of him.
Excellent, excellent. Well done, Rafiq. And Rafiq works with thousands of families at Sindhya location, and so well done and thank you. So we're going to now move on from the poultry, and we're going to hand over to Joe to talk to us about our agri-management services program, which we launched in 2014 in response to our farmers' feedback as to how else we could support them in a deeper, more impactful way. Joe, over to you, please, to explain agri-management services, which we sometimes call AMS.
Thank you, Ollie. Hello, ladies and gentlemen across the globe. Our second enterprise is the agri-management services, or we call AMS, as Ollie said. Now, this program addresses the two main challenges which the marginal farmers see. One is that the cost of production has been going up every year. And the second is that the crop output or the yield has been falling every year. Now we have come up with this sustainable program, a 5-step approach, a holistic approach, which addresses their challenges. Now I would like to talk about those 5 steps. The first is the soil testing. We do the soil testing to ensure that the farmer is growing the right crop, or the soil has the right nutrients for the crop that he's growing, so that he is not unnecessarily spending on the nutrients in the soil. Number 2, we are putting these farmers into small groups of 15 to 25 farmers in each group. And then we are connecting them to the wholesale suppliers for their inputs, like the seeds and fertilizers. Before, they used to go as individuals to the retail shops to buy their inputs. This helped in reducing the cost for the farmer. The third is that we have opened bank accounts for them as a group, and they are depositing small amounts every month in the bank. And when they actually need the funds, like during the sowing season or the harvesting season, then they're accessing these funds, and they do not need to go to these money lenders who charge high interest rates. This again helps in reducing the cost for the farmer. The fourth and the most important thing that we are doing is that these farmers have been using these chemical pesticides and fertilizers for many, many years. Now we are training these farmers on how to move away from these chemical pesticides and fertilizers and use more and more biopesticides and biofertilizers. We are also training these farmers on how to prepare them at home with substances which can easily be available in the villages, like the cow dung, cow urine, jaggery, special leaves of plants, etc. Now this helps in reducing the cost for the farmer and also very good for the environment. And the fifth thing that we are doing is the government linkages. Now there are many programs which the government has for the poor farmers, but these farmers they do not know about these programs. So our field team actually goes to these government offices, finds out what programs are available for these poor farmers, and they link these farmers to those programs. Usually those programs are like free seeds, free fertilizers, various training programs, crop insurance, etc. Now these are these 5 steps. Along with this, we also explain to the farmers the importance of intercropping, crop rotation, maintaining records of the income and expenditure so they actually know how much they are spending and how much money they are making. And what we have noticed is in these 2 years, this is a 2-year program, and in these 2 years, we have noticed that the farmer's income is increasing between 30 to 50% on an average, depending on which crop he is growing. And we also saw that the extra income that they are earning, they are taking more land on lease now to grow more crops. And because this program was not feasible in the beginning, many of them were migrating to the cities for better opportunities. Now what we are seeing is that slowly they are coming back to the villages because now they are seeing the profits in the villages by doing farming. And also, this is very good for the environment because we are using more and more of these biopesticides and fertilizers. Now, recently, I was in Bengal in one of our locations, and I was very impressed to see a farmer who is doing a banana plantation. When I met him for the first time, he was actually thinking of leaving this and going to the cities. But now I was so happy to see his banana plantation. I actually filmed a short video, which I would like to share with you all today. Victoria, could you please play that video? Hi, everyone. I'm currently here in Shundia, one of our operations in West Bengal. And here I have with me one of our farmers. His name is Basudev Biswas, and he has enrolled in our agriculture program. And it has been about 2 years for him. And he has been introduced by our livelihood service provider, Sarfuddin. Yes. So 2 years ago, Basudev was actually thinking of quitting doing this agriculture farm and moving to the city because hardly making any profits out of this farm. But our livelihood service provider explained to him the benefits of our program about sustainable farming, how he can use biopesticides and fertilizers, reduce the costs, does not need to go to the money lenders for taking loans. He can actually form a group and put money in the bank accounts and use it when required. And he was also taught about the sustainable techniques to do banana plantation. And after 2 years, this is his farm. And here you have bananas. You have some more here. You can see the stems are so thick. There's some more bananas here. Here you have bananas, and you also have a banana flower, the red one. Let me ask him a few questions. So I was asking him what happened initially. So he's saying that he was thinking of quitting this farming because he was hardly making any profits out of this farm. But after 2 years, he's saying the production has gone up there are more bananas now. কত বড়েছে আপনার মোটামুটি 50% বেড়েছে? So he's saying that it has gone up by about 50%. So whatever he was earning before, now he's earning about 50% more from this farm. So আপনি যে টাকা পেয়েছেন আপনি কি করবেন টাকা দিয়ে? Oh, আচ্ছা. So I was asking him what he is doing with that extra 50% income that he's earning. So he is saying that he is constructing a house. He's got the house from the government, but he's adding more money to that and building a bigger house. And he's taking more land on lease to do more farming and more education for the children. So আপনি যে ট্রেনিং পেয়েছেন আপনি এতে খুশি না? হ্যাঁ খুশি হয়েছেন আপনি বেড়েছে বলে আপনি খুশি তো? So I was asking him whether he is happy about this program because he's benefited about 50% additional income from this, whether he's happy or not. And he's saying that he's very happy about this program. And now what I would like to do is, I would like to show you a plantation of another farmer who is not enrolled in our program. And I would like to show his banana plantation and see the difference between our farmer's plantation and that farmer's plantation. So we'll go through his field, and while we are going through, we can see more of his banana plants. They're all tall, green. You can see the thickness of the stems, and they are so tall. And this belongs to another farmer. You can see it is so brown and thin, but there is a small canal here which I have to jump to show you the difference. So let me jump here. So yes, if you can see the stem, you can zoom and see the stem. So thin, all drying up, and hardly any fruits. You have some more there. And some more on this side also. Most of it you can see is all brownish and hardly any fruits. And I would like to jump back again. Now what I would like to say is that with our agriculture program, we have helped over 8,000 families directly. But more importantly, there are other families who have learned about our techniques from our farmers, and they are also implementing it in their fields. So the benefits are multifold. Many people are benefiting from our program. Officially, it's over 8,000 families, but overall, I would say it's over 50,000 families that we have helped indirectly. This is increasing their profits and also good for the environment. So the whole village is benefiting. So I would like to thank everyone for your support, without which this would not have been possible. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joe. And now we're going to go live to Sindhya location to meet Vasudeb, who is with Chandrani in person.
Hello, everybody. I'm here with Vasudeb today. So I'm going to ask him what he has, among many other impacts and benefits, which is the most important impact that he is so proud of from this program. Vasudeb, আপনি একটু বলুন আপনার সবচাইতে বেশি লাভ কিসে হলো এই প্রোগ্রামটা শিখে ট্রেনিং নিয়ে?
সবথেকে লাভ হয়েছে ফসলের থেকে হয়েছে, হলে তাতে থেকে আমি কিছু জমি নিতে পেরেছি, কিছু ঘরদোর বানাতে পেরেছি, বাচ্চা কাচ্চাদের লেখাপড়া শেখাতে পেরেছি।
খুব ভালো, সবচাইতে বেশি। So he is saying many things, but the first thing which he mentioned is that he has been able to take almost half an acre of extra land on lease, where he is expanding his crops, his banana plantation, and he hopes to double his income very soon. So he is very happy that he is able to lease more land with the profits from the AMS program. Thank you. Thank you. আপনি খুশি তো?
নমস্কার।
Namaskar, and thank you, Chandrani and Vasudeb. I'm really proud that earlier this year, our livelihood service providers and farmers at the Sindhya location where we've just been were recognised and awarded by a state-sponsored television programme for leading the way in affordable and sustainable farming. And we're also delighted to tell you that a few weeks ago, we were awarded the Third Sector Award for Small Charity Big Achiever. And this was for our agri-management services work. So there's no doubt that in a world of extreme climate change and a world where millions go hungry, that affordable, environmentally friendly techniques such as ours are paramount. So I'm just going to hand over to Torio, who's going to show a little video to capture the moment of these two awards, which meant a lot to us. Thanks, Torio.
And then, which of those takes the trophy? Well, from those, a high commendation goes out to Carefree. Right, congrats. The Small Charity Big Achiever Award is for Shivia.
Oh my goodness! Come on, Annie, come on.
Thank you, Toria. Bit of a surprising but lovely moment. So now we're going to head over to Odisha, the neighbouring state of West Bengal, to meet our partner NGOs, where we are replicating our agri-management services and poultry development services programmes. Toria and I were there in July, and we're going to show you a short clip of our time there to put you into the villages there, and so you can get a feel for what life is like in Odisha and see some of the communities there. Thank you, Toria.
Ollie, how are you feeling? Because we just had an overnight train trip.
Yeah, I'm feeling fine, but I am whispering because there's a lady here still asleep. We've just arrived near Gopalpur in Odisha, Orissa. It's we left at about 11:30 last night, and it's now 8:30 in the morning. We're just pulling in now, and I'm really excited to be here because we're going to go and see our replications of our AMS project with views and our poultry program with DSS and Nerman.
Yeah, me too. And thank you for the beautiful flowers.
Founder of Views.
Learned so much about you.
It was very nice and Sunil came to meet us at the station. Yeah.
Something like this. Yeah. We'll show what the field.
Baby, can you stand there?
আমার নাম অলি আমি ইংল্যান্ডে থাকি আমি খুব খুশি আজকে ভালো
Roti.
So they have one pond also. ନିର୍ଦ୍ଧାରିତ ହେବା
Every household has these has been given these 3 cement rings to do their bio
Fertilizers.
The compost. Yeah, the compost. So they've been given the worms, which have gone in here, and the worms obviously aerate the soil. And then when it's time, they put this compost onto the fields.
Instead of buying those chemical fertilizers from the market.
So this is the liquid bio-fertilizer they've made, and when the fields are ready, they're going to spray this over it.
Okay. Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah, bad smell. Yeah.
So we saw up above how they've prepared the biofertilizer, and they're preparing the seeds up above, getting out the best seeds. And here what they've done is they've prepared, you can see these little fields, little paddy plots, and they're going to take the best seeds that you just saw, and the men will put them down, well, have done all that, prepared it, and the women have actually put in the rice seeds one by one. And then next they're going to plough this field here, and when the seeds are ready, they're going to plant them in this field here for their first production of paddy in this area. So they're all extremely excited. And the women will take over at that point.
Excellent, excellent.
Gosh, there's some cows coming to join us. That would be a real take-out moment as the cows come and stampede.
Just having a little video with these lovely people who've shown us around their village. And we spent a long time here and had a fantastic welcome with the band. And they've shown us all their techniques they've been learning through our AMS program here. So it's been really amazing experience. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Torio. So Joe, can I hand back to you, please, to talk about our first AMS with views, so you can introduce the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Ollie. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, once again. In Odisha, we are replicating, which is just next to West Bengal. Here we are working with 400 families, partnering with an organization called Views, where Bhima was just introduced in the beginning. Here we are working with the tribal people, the scheduled tribals, who are the lowest in the caste system, and also financially. So hardly any government welfare programs reach at the bottom. And here the biggest problem or biggest challenge is the food security. So the people do not get enough food to eat. They have to struggle even for 2 meals a day throughout the whole year. So what we have done here is we have replicated our original agri management service program here and also included a kitchen garden here. What we have done is that we've given 8 different kinds of seeds to these farmers of local vegetables so that they can grow it in their backyard based on our training, so that at least they have the basic food 2 times a day. And this time, I think 2 weeks ago, I was there. I was so happy to see, and Bhima was there. We were so happy to see that these farmers had built a good kitchen garden with full of vegetables in it. I actually filmed another video there, which I would like to share with you all now. Victoria, could you please play that video? Here we are working with 200 tribal families where food security is a big challenge, which means they do not have enough food to eat throughout the whole year. So we have supported with a kitchen garden for them. And this is one of the farmers, and her name is, her name is Rukmani, and this is her kitchen garden. Here we are supported with 8 different types of seeds. So here you have a brinjal. She has just plucked rich gourd and beans from her garden. And then we have bitter gourd. We have chili and turmeric. And that's a leafy vegetable. And in this last few months, she has got many vegetables from this garden. दीदी कितना सब्जी आया आपको इधर से?
10 kg भरला.
So she's got 10 kgs of rich gourd or बैगन.
बैंगन से 5 kg भरला.
She's got about 5 kgs of brinjal. Beans कितना?
Beans से भरला 4 kg.
She's got about 4 kgs of beans.
Tuition स्कूल फीस बांधिलो तांको पाए खाता कलम सब किनेलो.
अच्छा.
आइन देगिरे आमे खुशी रे चलतो.
Okay. So she is saying that the vegetables that she's got from this garden, one, she used it for her own consumption at the house. Second, she's also given it to her friends and relatives in the village because, as I said, food security is a big challenge here. So she shared her vegetables with them. And third, she also sold some of the vegetables in the market. Before this, she did not have this kitchen garden at all. And as I said, food security is a big challenge for her. But with this kitchen garden in place, she's getting these vegetables, she's selling them in the market, and she's also sharing it with her friends and relatives.
खाली परिया सीधे खाई परिबो कि आमे ता बोले कि ताकू तेल आउ मसला ताई त दरकार प्याज ए सब दरकार सेटा हम सब किनी आला गया.
So she say, I was asking her what did she do with the money that she got from selling the vegetables, and she said that one, she spent it on her children for child's education. They go to a government school, but they need to buy pen, pencils, paper, etc. So she spent money in that. And second, she used it for house consumption, for buying oil, turmeric, etc. तो आप इस प्रोग्राम से खुश हैं?
आगे खुशी बही टिके आज ट्यूशन फ्यूज बांधी पारछु आ जाम खाई गिरी जा बंधु बांधव को देके हम खुशी रहबो.
Yeah. So she is saying that she is very happy because the whole house is consuming these vegetables. Second, she is sharing these vegetables with her friends and relatives. And third, she is able to sell these vegetables also, which she never dreamt of before partnering with or working with Views and Shivia. So she is very, very happy with this program. And there's one more thing I would like to mention here is that we also train these women how to make these biopesticides and fertilizers. So in this kitchen garden, she has used those biopesticides and fertilizers. So this is 100% organic, I would say. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was there, I was so proud because before this, I was seeing that they were struggling to buy vegetables, no vegetables for them to eat. And this time, she's actually sharing with her friends and relatives and even selling it in the market. She sold it for 700 rupees, which is close to 7 pounds, which is a very, very big thing for her because she was not getting the vegetables and now she's selling the vegetables. So I think I'm very, very happy about it. Thank you, and back to you, Ollie.
Thank you, Joe. I'll just say one little thing as well is actually with the work, we're actually supporting 400 families in through Views. And so well done, Beamer, and all of your team. It's been we've done this for a year now with you, and it's really making a huge difference. So fantastic. I'm now going to introduce you to Shmuti, who I told you at the beginning joined us in September, and he's in the field with our replication partner, Nerman. So before Shmuti comes on live, we're just going to show a little video of Shmuti talking to one of the farmers who has replicated our poultry development services program. So Toria, can you show that one, please?
Hi everyone, this is Shmuti, consultant for Shivia, Odisha, India. Now I am at Nirman's operational area of poultry development program. So she is the farmer, she is there. So now let's have talk and ask some questions regarding the poultry development program. What is your name? Apanako na kon mausi?
Shanti Pradhan.
She told that her name is Shanti Pradhan. When did you go to West Bengal for training program and what is your experience? Apano kebe West Bengal जाइथिले ट्रेनिंग पई आ कोन सिखि के आसिले?
मैं जून मास रे ट्रेनिंग जाइथिलो बहुत ट्रेनिंग विषय रे बुझि के आसिलो तापरे कुकड़ा चाष आरंभ करलो.
She told that she went to West Bengal for training in the month of June and had learned so many scientific technicalities in the poultry development service, and also the same thing she is doing now in their home. How many toolkits did you take and when did you take the first toolkit? ଆପଣ କେବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ରଥମ toolkit ନେଲେ ଆଉ କେତୋଟି ନେଇଥିଲେ?
ଜୁନ୍ ମାସରେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଟୁଲକିଟ୍ ନେଇଥିଲେ।
She told that she took one toolkit in the month of June. Did you sell your first toolkit? ଆପଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପ୍ରଥମ toolkit ବିକ୍ରି କରିଛନ୍ତି କି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ବିକ୍ରି କରିଛି 9 ପଟ ଆଉ ପଟେ କୁକୁଡ଼ା ରଖିଛି ଅଣ୍ଡା ଖାଇବା ପାଇଁ ଆଉ
She told that she out of the one toolkit she sold 9 chickens and kept one chicken for their nutritional requirements. What did you do in your first income? ଆପଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ରଥମ ରୋଜଗାରରେ କ'ଣ କଲେ?
ମୁଁ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କର ପାଠ ପଢ଼ାରେ କିଛି ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିଛି ଆଉ କିଛି ପଇସା ଦୁଇଟା ଟୁଲକିଟ୍ ନେଇଛି।
She told that she spent their money towards the children's education, health, and also took another toolkit from her past income. What do you expect? What is your future plan? ଆପଣ ଆଉ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତରେ କ'ଣ ଯୋଜନା ରଖିଛନ୍ତି କରିବେ ବୋଲି?
ମୁଁ ଦୁଇଟା ଟୁଲକିଟ୍ ବିକ୍ରି କରିବି ଆଉ କିଛି ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ପଢ଼ାରେ ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିବି ଆଉ କିଛି ପଇସା ଆଗକୁ ଆହୁରି 50 ପଟ କୁକୁଡ଼ା ରଖିବି ଆଉ କିଛି ଆଗକୁ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତରେ ଚାଷ କୁକୁଡ଼ା ଚାଷ ବଢ଼େଇବି।
She told that now she is doing more and more poultry program and has increased their poultry farming from 1 toolkit to 5 numbers and make her self-respect. So in last, I would also like to thank everyone for your outstanding contribution towards the rural people for their livelihood sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shruti. So well done to Prashant from Nerman and Kedar from DSS for your excellent partnership. And both are doing fantastic jobs with replicating poultry. And we hope to expand this as the year goes on. So just a final note, it's 10:29. A final note is when Victoria and I were there in July, we asked the staff and women farmers about their experience of going to West Bengal to learn about our programs from our Nerdan team and farmers in our Sindhya location that we took you to today. And this was really an enormous event for them. The women in Odisha had never been out of their villages before, let alone on an overnight train to another city or another state. They'd heard of Calcutta vaguely and had harbored fears about being trafficked. But they told us our team took great care of them, prepared them well, and installed huge confidence in them. They learned a lot when there, and we're extremely proud of their achievement just in going. And now they're back in Orissa. They're successfully growing vegetables, as you've seen, or raising chickens and starting businesses. And the word is spreading fast in their communities about these programs. So going forward, new farmers who join the programs will not need to come to Bengal to be trained by our team there. They can indeed learn from these first brave few farmers and families in Odisha itself. And these women will undoubtedly become village role models and ambassadors, as we saw in the earlier days in Bengal. So it's 10:30, so that leads me to say the hour is up. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to everybody in India, not just for today, but for your hard work every day. And if you would like to help support Shivia, the Big Give Christmas Challenge is fast approaching, starting on the 29th of November and ending on the 6th of December. We need to raise £25,000 online, and this amount will be matched. So please support us with any amount. As you heard today, a toolkit is £15, and encourage others to as well, so we can help thousands more incredible farmers on their journey out of poverty. Victoria will be sending the email about the Big Give in due course. And before we go, Tori, I think you wanted to take a screenshot of everybody for our memory banks. So it'd be great if everybody could turn their cameras on so we can just smile and wave. Okay, thank you.
That's
you
brilliant.
can turn the videos on as well if you would like.
Thank you so much for the partnership with this empowering journey, and it's transforming the lives of the vulnerable people of these tribal areas, and basically women farmers, and live with dignity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you. So, Tori, I'll leave you to conduct the video staging and photo staging.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through all the screens, which is great. I can see so many people. There's a few people without their videos on, but that's fine. I was going to take one more screenshot here. Got loads of smiley faces, which is brilliant. Thank you. Just one more thing. I'm going to share something in the chat with you, and it's a link to a video, another video that was shot for our Agri Management Services program, which you've heard a lot about today. And that was shot with Joe as well, talking about a lot of the things you've seen today. And we entered it into the Charity Film Awards, and it's been selected as one of the nominated films. The results are going to be by, first of all, a public vote to get into the next round. So we really need your support to get hopefully into round 2, when the judges will actually make a decision. So I'm going to just share a link in the chat with you, and if you could all just click on that and vote. It's really easy.
Excellent.
Do that now.
Thank you. So if anybody, I know some people have to go, and if anybody would like to stay on for a Q&A about anything you've heard today, please do, because the Shivia team will be staying for as long as needed. But if not, have a wonderful day, and thank you for being with us on this journey.
Yes, thank you. Lots of waves.